Well, this afternoon I'm cleaning up the aftermath from the weekend. Well, first I went and loaded a couple hundred rounds because if I fill my 50 round drum, a 30 round stick, and a 20 round stick, that's 100 rounds right there. And I like to have extra, and I needed some for the Springfield, so that's about 200 I loaded, a little over 200. But they're easy enough to load. The turret press works really good for that. But then I figured, well, okay, it's about 400 rounds I put through it since I last had it apart, so I figured I better clean it. But really, it's kind of surprising. The barrel is perfectly clean. You get a little soot around the ejection port here, but even that wasn't too bad. But I thought I should oil it because I have heard that these like to run wet. Everything is so massive in these things. Which is why they're so ungodly heavy. But I had heard somebody saying about if you shoot lead in them, but it building up in that compensator, but I really don't see a problem there. Some people just have problems, so actually the thing just works flawlessly for me. One of the other things I'm doing is taking, this is that civilian grip. And I put that on over the weekend because if I'm having, people I'm not real sure about shooting it, I'd sooner have them using, this grip, you get a really good grip. You're less likely to have the gun slip on you. But I've also got that the military one, and I like that. I much prefer that. So that'll go back on, and that's got the sling on it, which you really do like to have for this heavy pig. But she is massive. Everything about her is really heavy. But I'm just cleaning and oiling. Not too hard to take apart. Some of the design, it's kind of funny. As much time as I had with these, there's still things about them that are weird. Like to take them apart, you need to get under there with a screwdriver. There's no reason they couldn't have made it, like a little knob up here that you could slide to do that. I'd swear, you work on this thing and you think, well, it's like it's a prototype that they got so far and they said, okay, this works. We aren't going to change anything else. Yeah, and the machining is certainly nothing to brag about. Though, like I say, massive, everything very massive. But like when you look on the bolt, that's some pretty crude machining. But it's just flying in and out. And it works. It just ain't fancy. I got a little crap to clean out on the bolt. But, and I've heard of people breaking firing pins on these. I don't quite understand that. Though I think there's something about if you have the safety on and you move the bolt that you can damage something. So if you try to, I don't know. But it's always funny, people have problems with things. Because you're reading up on these, and I hear people having all kinds of problems. But she hasn't missed a beat. But she is a useless pig. But people really like it. It's one of them guns that's great if somebody else owns it. You can play with it without having to buy the ammunition, I think is the thing. They're interesting, but they're certainly not a high priority. Fun to play with, but that's all.